Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn the third poem of 12th standard. All the World a Stage. All the World's a Stage. This is written by William Shakespeare. This is taken from the extract of As You Like It. From As You Like It. William Shakespeare. So, before learning the poem, let us go to the author introduction. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 to 1616, was a prolific writer during the Elizabethan and the Jacobean age of British theatre. So, he is a famous writer during the age of Elizabeth and Jacobean age. So, sometimes he is called the English Renaissance. Shakespeare play and perhaps this most enduring legacy is very famous, but they are not only the things he wrote. He is famous not only for the things he wrote. Shakespeare poems remain popular to this day. Shakespeare's rich and the diverse works had spawned countless adaptations across the multi-genres and the culture. Throughout our world, still today we are following his drama characters and the main theme of his stories. So, his writing has been compiled in various literations, the complete work of the William Shakespeare, which includes all the play, sonnet and other poems. So, all his play and sonnet they had made into a complete work of William Shakespeare, they had made in all together in a one book. The William Shakespeare continued to be one of the most important literary figure of English language. So, in English language, he is considered to be the most important literary figure because he is very famous. The play which is written in his age till we are following is most of the Tamil cinema, Balachandra films and all based on Shakespeare's plays only. So, let us go to the poem. It is not exactly poem, it is a conversation of Jack. We should not read this term as a Jack, he is a Jack. His conversation was given as a monologue. Okay. The phrase all the world's a stage is the beginning of the monologue from the William Shakespeare As You Like It. It is taken from the drama As You Like It. This conversation is spoken by Jack. In the Act 2 Scene 4, he compares the world to the stage and the life to play a catalogue, the 7 stages of man life. This is one of the Shakespeare most frequently quoted passage. So, he had quoted in this play he had described about the 7 stages of the man life. So, first we have to listen the reading of the complete poem, then read silently and get to know what Shakespeare says about the different stages in the life of the man. You may refer to the glossary given in the end. So, because this is written in an old English period, so you have to go through the glossary for your better understanding, because the term used here is a old English. So, let us go to the poem. All the world is stage and the men and the women merrily player. They have their exits and entrance, and one man in his play time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages, at the first the infants. So, all the world is stage. So, the whole world is comparing to the stage. All the men and women are merrily players. All the men and women, those who are living in the world, they are the player. Merrily means simply they are player. They have their exits and entrance. Exits means going out. It represents for the death. Entrance means birth. So, all the people, those who are living on the earth, they have the death as well as they have the birth. So, birth and death are common to all the men, those who are living in the world. And one in his time play many part. It means time means not it represents the 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or like that time. Time means his life duration. So, throughout his life duration, he can play many parts. Part means you should not think there is a division. Part means here it represents the different character. His acts being 7 ages, it means here ages means 7 stage. Okay. So, his the path, the character which he is playing, he had to play in a 7th stage. What are they? Let us see. The first, at first the infant, first stage is infant stage. Infant stage means, infant means chinna kolanda, the child, the very young child, that is infant. Mewling and puking in the nurse arm, and the whining schoolboy with a satchel and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwilling to school, and then the lover, shying like a furnace with the awful ballad made to his mysterious eyebrow. So, what happened now? The first stage is infant stage, the second stage is school going stage. So, in the first infant stage, how the child will be, he is describing in his poem, it is mewling. Mewling, it means the sound which is produced by cat. So, when you can hear, you can already know how the child will cry at the beginning. It is similar to the cat voice. That is why he had mentioned the term mewling. It is making a noise. And puking, puking means just it is vomiting, that is called puking. So, whenever the child drink a milk, it will not get alright with his body. What happened immediately, often the child will get vomit, that is puking. So, the child is under the nurse arm. So, first stage is infant stage, and how the child is mewling and puking. So, it is making noise and it is often used to vomit. And the second one is the second stage, then the whining schoolboy. Whining, you should not read it is a whining, it is a whining schoolboy. Unhappily, he is not in the mood of going school. So, he is in the whining schoolboy with a satchel. Satchel means the bag which we, shoulder bag, satchel. The bag which we carry for the school, that is a satchel. So, he is going to school unhappily with the satchel, with the school bag, and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwilling to school. How they are going, how the second stage, how the boys are going to the school, unwillingly, very unhappily, very sad mood they are going. No, not very fast. Creeping means they are walking very slow towards the school. Then the lover stage, the third stage is a lover stage. So, in the lover stage, shining like a furnace, he is very emotionally, furnace means the place where we make fire and we will get hot, that is called furnace. So, in that stage he is like a fire with the awful ballad, awful means unhappy ballad, made this his mistress eyebrow. So, he at the time he is writing a poem by admiring the eyebrow. Brow means here eyebrow of the mistress, the loved one. He is writing the poem based on his loved one. Then the fourth stage is a soldier, full of strange oath and the breed like a bat, the jealousies in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon mouth, and then the justice. So, the first stage they are infant, second stage they are unwillingly schoolboy, third stage they are in the love, and fourth stage they will become as a soldier. In that soldier stage, what he is doing, full of strange oath. So, at the stage they will take more promises, they will say that I will do this, because at the stage they have more courage. So, they are giving so many promises. Strange oath means promises, and they beard like a Pard means leopard. So, it is a big size cat, that is called leopard. So, how they are very strong and they are fast in their action. Their beards are like the pard. And jealous in honor and sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation. It means they are very eager to get the reputation, they have to recognize. For that they are very jealous to get the honor. If someone was prized in front of them, definitely they will get the jealousness. And sudden and quick in quarrel, immediately without reason they will start quarrel with each other for seeking the bubble reputation. They have to recognized by others. So, in the first stage, that is the infant stage, in the infant stage they are mewling and puking. And the second stage they are going to the school with a satchel, and they are creeping like a snail, unwilling to school. And the fourth stage they are in the lover, and they are like a furnace and awful, they are singing a awful ballad, unhappy songs, and even they are ready to write the poem of their mistress eyebrows. And the fourth stage, it is a soldier stage. At this stage they have they are telling so many strange promises, and they are like very quick as a part, Part means leopard, and they are very jealous in honor, and they sudden and quickly they will quarrel with each other for getting the reputation. That is seeking bubble reputation. Even in the cannon mouths, they are ready to get, they can ready to do anything. Cannon means the Birangi we used to say, no, that is cannon. So, they are ready to do anything in front of the cannon. And the fifth stage is a justice. Justice means you do not think the judge, it means they are looking as a respected person. At the stage they will be respected by others. So, how they will sit very respectively, they are looking outwardly, they will looking as a respected person. In a fair round belly with a good cap on lined, it means they have a fair round belly, it means it shows they got settled in their life and they are eaten much and they are taking relaxation. That is a fair belly, round belly with a good cap on lined, it means the fatty cock. Fatty cock, it is different from fatty cock and the chicken, because the chicken, it's the fatty cock means they will give more fat to the particular type of cock to get boosted. That is why they had used the term cap on line. With the eyes severe and the breed of formal cut, full of voice saw and modern insist. Here sa means saying, not something. Sa means the material, it is not representing the noun, it is saying in the Tamil, in the old English it is a sa means saying. So, how they are looking, their eyes were severe and their beards were cut formally, and their voice saws, they will say all the wise instruction to the peoples, and so he play his part. The sixth stage shifted into the lean slippered pantaloon. So, what is the fifth stage? They are looking like a justice and they will eat well and they will take rest and they will give all the wise advice to the people, those who are in the problem. So, here the next fifth stage they will they shifted into lean. Lean means at the fifth stage we had described them, they are with a round fat belly. But in the sixth stage what happened? Automatically their body become lean, they become slim. And slippered pantaloon, pantaloon is nothing, it is abbreviation of the pant, that is the clip word of the pant we used to call as a pantaloon. So, they are wearing the slippered pantaloon, it means their body become weak, that is why they have a loose pantaloon pant. With the spectacles on the nose and the pouch on the side, his youthful oaths well served a world too wide, for his tongue sang and his big manly voice, turning again towards childish treble pipes, and whistled in his sound, last scene of all that ends his strange eventful history. In the second childishness and merrily oblivion, sang teeth, sang eyes, sang taste, sang everything. So, the next stage, the seventh stage, in the sixth stage he become lean and he is wearing the slippered pantaloon, and there is a specs on his nose, and he has a pouch on his side, he is carrying a bag, and his youth hose means today's legging is called hose. It is a pant, tight pant. In olden days the man used to wear. Today girls are using as a legging, that is a hose. So, tight pant, well saved a world too wide. So, he is saving everything and he is thinking the world is so wide and sitting there. For the strung shank his big manly voice, now his big manly voice had shrunk, it means it decreased, his voice is not that much high. Turning towards his childish terrible pipes. So, now his higher part he be turning towards a childish, again he is attaining the childhood age. And his whistles in his voice, now his high pitch of voice had reduced and now he started to whistling in his voice, means his voice is not cleared. Last scene of all that end strange eventful history. So, he is at the end, last scene is at the end of his own history. And his second childishness. So, now he get into the second childishness. First he had become an infant, now again he is going to attain the second childishness. And how he is merrily oblivion. Oblivion means he is forgetting everything. And what at the stage how he was, he don't have a sang teeth. Sang teeth means no teeth at all, no eyes, the eyes are not visible, no taste, he don't have any taste and he don't have everything. This is the stage he had explained us in the seventh stage of the man's life. So, let me read the poem, you listen to me. All the world a stage and all the men and women merrily a player, they have their exits and their entrance, and one man in his life play many parts, his act being 7 ages. At the first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arm, then the winging schoolboy with a satchel, and the shining morning face creeping like snail unwilling to school, and then the lover shying his furnace with the awful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow, then the soldier full of strange oath and beard like a pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon mouth, and then the justice in the fair round belly with a good capon lined, with the eyes several and the beard of the formal cut, full of wise sauce and the modern instance, and so he play his part, the 6 ages shifter into the lean and the slippered pantaloon, with the spectacles on the nose and the pouch on the side, with youthful oaths, well saved, a world too wide, his tongue sang and his big manly voice, turning towards a childish terrible and pipe, and the whistling in his sound, last scene of all that end his strange eventful history, in the second childishness and merrily oblivion, sang teeth, sang eye, sang taste, sang everything. So, you go through the poem and write the summary of this. Thank you.